runners. Bedrock doesn't go. 3, Better Get Along, Davy Russell. 4, Black Op, Noel Feely. 5, Brian Storm, Gavin Sheehan. 6 is Chosen Path, Wayne Hutchinson. 7, the second non-runner. Number 8, Exton Lane, Aidan Coleman. Number 9, Kildesart, Darryl Jacob. 10, Lost in Translation, Robbie Power. 11, On the Blind Side, well supported, Nico de Boinville. 12, Silver Concord, Brian Hughes. 13, Western Ryder, Richard Johnson. 14 for the mare, Momella and Harry Skelton.
Well, up here they like red and blue, but On the Blind Side is owned by a blue. But the vice president of Chelsea, Mr. Spence, On the Blind Side, 11 to 8, Black Op at 3s. They dominate the market, team.
Now Mick Fitzgerald. Nicky Henderson can do no wrong. 5 Grade 1 wins already this week. Is it about to be 6 with On the Blind Side?
He missed Cheltenham, so he comes here a fresh horse, and Nicky Henderson's is a trainer in tip-top form. It's hard to argue, though, Black Op's form is stronger, but that trainer, Tom George, is really out of form, so it's no surprise to see punters latching on to On the Blind Side.
Yeah, so it's a question, isn't it? Is it good to have come through Cheltenham and had that really good form with the second to Samcro and the Ballymore for Black Op, or to come here as a fresh horse? Or, if you don't like those two, is there an outsider we should be looking at?
I was quite impressed with Kildesart when he won at Kempton just after Cheltenham. I thought that was a pretty good run, but there's no doubt that Black Op is the best form. Even before he was second to Samcro, he should have beat Santini at Cheltenham in January as well, and that's really strong form.
Kildesart, the horse that AP refers to, is on the right there in those double green colours. They've had such a great week. The flag's up, which means the start is imminent. Here we go, Richard Hoyles.
Yeah, thanks, Ed. They're walking forward then for this Betway Mersey Novices Hurdle. Grade 1 contest, 2.5 miles. And they're about to head towards the first of the flights of hurdles in the back straight. They start adjacent to one of them. They'll take that on the second circuit. And there's 11 flights of hurdles to take here. So gradually edging forward, starter sets them on their way. No one's in any great hurry, but it's Brian Storm who is the first to break the line and leads on towards the first of the 11 flights with On the Blind Side. Momella towards the outside with a white face. Black Op in the pale blue disputes 4th place with Silver Concord, and closer to the near side Kildesart as they arrive at flight number 1. Kildesart not as fast through the air as some, joined by Lost in Translation and Better Get Along. Early on, the white face of Chosen Path is towards the back. Exton Lane is also towards the tail of the field with I Charlie. So this is the final flight on the far side, first time around, and they all step over it. Better Get Along was the one that just caused Davy Russell to shift his weight in the saddle on landing to retain the partnership. So this is where we have a long run between flights of hurdles, between the last in the back straight and the first in the home straight. They'll encounter 3 there, and it's Brian Storm under Gavin Sheehan, who leads by 2 lengths from in second On the Blind Side. Racing in third is Silver Concord on the inside of Black Op. The light blue colours. Racing in fifth, the orange jacket with the noseband of Western Ryder. Momella's out wide on the course, 3 deep. The maroon and pink colours. Kildesart in the two-tone green that have had so much success this week, racing in about 7th or 8th, just ahead of Better Get Along as they make the turn. Still towards the back at the early stages, Lost in Translation, also Chosen Path, and the last 2, Exton Lane and I Charlie. So they turn up the home straight for the first time, still with a long way to go, and on towards the third. Brian Storm it is who cuts out the running, takes it ahead of On the Blind Side, Silver Concord, and Western Ryder, who's pulled his way up to a share of 4th place on the inside of Black Op. Momella towards the outside with the white face rises in about 7th. They've Lost in Translation, Better Get Along. Kildesart's lost the position on the inside. A couple of slightly slower jumps sees the horse towards the inner as they make their way past increasingly packed stands as they work up the home straight. Still towards the back, Chosen Path, I Charlie, and now just the back marker as they step over the next flight is Exton Lane. But they all travel pretty well within themselves, and they're all still pretty tightly packed, just like the betting ring behind you as you make their way up past the stands. And out in front, it is still Brian Storm who shows the way. He's extended the lead by a couple of lengths to On the Blind Side, needing to preserve this unbeaten record. 3rd place, Silver Concord. Black Op comes next. Western Ryder and Momella. Lost in Translation on the outside. Better Get Along, Chosen Path. Kildesart's definitely just struggling slightly. He's steadily drifted back through the field. He stays a couple behind. He's still in touch, but he's just having to fight to hold his spot at the moment. I Charlie, and still towards the back as well, Exton Lane. So into the back straight they head, racing towards the halfway stage. So this is Betway Mersey Novices Hurdle, 2.5 miles and 6 flights left to take on that journey. Brian Storm leads from Black Op towards the outside, making progress. On the blind side, Silver Concord, then Momella towards the outer. Western Ryder back in 6th from Lost in Translation. take the first down the back. Better Get Along comes next. Chosen Path, Aye Charlie. Kildesart drop right to the rear with Exton Lane as they make their way on then towards 5 from the finish. Out in front, Brian Storm leads for Gavin Sheehan, but Black Op under Noel Feely has moved through into second, travelling strongly. Momella, the mare, on the outside of On the Blind Side. They dispute third. Western Ryder in fifth, so the big guns are all just stacked up behind the leaders. Silver Concord comes next, Lost in Translation. Aye Charlie, Chosen Path still goes okay, and likewise Exton Lane as they take the next, at which Western Ryder made a bad mistake in midfield. Plunged the rider up the neck there, dropped him back to 7th place as they continue on their long run out of the back straight and heading then towards the third last. And Brian Storm leads by a length or so from Black Op, On the Blind Side and Momella disputing 3rd and 4th places. Then on the inside, Lost in Translation. Western Ryder trying to get back into it. Exton Lane travelling up okay. In the noseband, Chosen Path is another who's come from the back of the field. Aye Charlie likewise. Better Get Along is on the retreat. Kildesart pushed along and Silver Concord has dropped right out. Black Op travelling strongly, has moved alongside and is about to nose to the lead and breezes past Brian Storm. Momella takes aim, then between horses On the Blind Side. Western Ryder, Lost in Translation. Exton Lane under a nice patient ride continues to creep into it for Aidan Coleman, and this is 3 from the finish. Over in front, Black Op from Momella, Western Ryder, and On the Blind Side behind these in 5th, Lost in Translation. Exton Lane now with work to do. Black Op, Momella and Western Ryder. On the Blind Side stumbled on landing. Lost in Translation towards the inside, and 4 of them begin to forge away. Racing down to the last, Black Op in the pale blue, Momella with the white face, the noseband of Western Ryder, and the yellow colours of Lost in Translation. The last in the Mersey, Lost in Translation slips through up the inside of Black Op. Momella's 2 lengths down, then Western Ryder. Head for head, they set off up the run-in. Yellow colours Lost in Translation, locked in combat with Black Op. Momella with 2 lengths to find. Black Op and Lost in Translation in an epic battle that Black Op is gradually nosing to the front, and Black Op sees off Lost in Translation in a great duel to start the afternoon coverage. Back in third, Momella. Aye Charlie ran well. 5th for Western Ryder. On the Blind Side loses that unbeaten record. Then Exton Lane. Behind those was Chosen Path. Black Op has just got home.